Hey, I have John Foldy. John has his PhD. You've done a lot of books, books and papers that he's done. His book is called The Primacy Model of Consciousness, and we'll give maybe a couple of words about that. But then you are also a musician. He's with Educated Guest Band, and I'm sure he plays other places, but we're going to find out a little bit more about that. John, it's always a welcome to have you here.
Congratulations on your 747.
I know it. We're just flying through, right?
I know. For you.
Your book. First of all, this is what's going on here.
Well, this is a follow-up to the time I came on your show last December. I was the keynote speaker at the Institute of Noetic Sciences Northeast Regional Conference, and I presented this thesis of the Primacy Model of Consciousness, and now it's out in a book. It's self-published, and it will be available on Amazon.com. It is about the nature and evolution of consciousness. Right now, the current set of assumptions in science is being challenged on a lot of different fronts, but the essence of the book is that the idea that you reap what you sow, that there's some type of karma, what goes around comes around, what you assume becomes manifest. We're actually testing that in a laboratory setting.
Ah, okay.
And if that is the case, then the assumption that your consciousness is locked inside your brain, and that when your brain stops working, life's a struggle to die. I use other phraseology for it, but
are you telling me it goes out?
Yeah,
into the world?
It just evaporates. No,
it just evaporates.
That's the current assumption. You're here by accident and going nowhere.
Okay.
We're trying to look at an alternative hypothesis. The consciousness is not a secondary phenomena of the matter in your brain, but consciousness is actually primary, hence the primacy model.
Yeah.
And that just like there's three forms of matter, solid, liquid, and gas, that there's three forms of consciousness: matter, energy, and space-time. This was proposed by an author named Thaddeus Golas. And I'm just trying to take some of the empirical work and then the mathematics and kind of refine it into a contemporary cognitive science theory.
So we're going to have to watch for your third book.
Well, that's going to be the follow-up. And then we'll turn it into a movie.
Oh, great.
So actually read it, you can actually just kind of watch it on the big screen
and let it flow over.
Yeah, exactly.
You're going to play something for us today. You're a musician, and
I got into science kind of by accident, but I've always been playing in bands since I was 10 years old. So
what are you going to play today?
I went to college to kind of keep my parents off my back. So
and look what happened. You ended up with a PhD.
Then I liked freshman year so much I decided to make it my career. But after 10 years, they finally said, you have to get a job.
You're done.
Yeah. So I taught at University of California, Davis, and that's where I did the empirical work, which I kind of talked about. Remember the experiments we did with visualization?
Yeah.
How far can this go? We already know that visualization affects your health. Visualization affects sports performance. We are now looking at to what extent can thought actually interact with physical matter and affect the abilities of events. So again, that's the idea that you reap what you sow. So how far does this go? And
we have more control than we probably think that we do.
That's what the premise of the book is. But we don't know the functional relationship. We know that your thoughts affect your events. We don't know how much A affects B. So we're trying to figure out the functional relationship.
So you need people like you checking that out.
Well, that's my day job. At night, as if you've seen, both projects,
right.
We play at Ambition Cafe once a month, Educated Guests, and
we saw you at the Lager House last night.
The Lager House.
Well, we don't want to use up all your time talking, although I know as a professor how that goes.
Yeah.
Yada, yada, yada.
Yeah. Now, I'm just going to play a couple of instrumentals because I don't have any confidence in singing. So, I'm a harmony singer. But,
okay.
So I was just going to...
What are you playing?
I'm going to play instrumental, which was actually the theme song for a local project called Father Time. Okay. I remember Eric Carlson from Schenectady Community College. He's one of my research colleagues.
Right.
So this was an instrumental I performed and composed for that particular show that they're doing. Okay.
And he's going to play a little bit on the mandolin, and then I think we're going to have to take this right out of the segment.
Okay.
That's okay?
Well, we shall move right along.
Okay, and then we have representatives coming on from the Albany College of Pharmacy and Health Sciences. Stay tuned. He's going to play right now.
Okay.